Good morning. This is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, August 25th, 2025. Fire potential impacts for the next couple of days are shown here. Looking for a continued round of showers and thunderstorms today, tomorrow, and Wednesday as the moisture moves through. For today, we'll see those showers and thunderstorms develop once again in Utah and Nevada, but the coverage and precipitation totals will be maybe a little bit lighter than what we saw yesterday, although that moisture does push further north into Idaho, where we'll see kind of more of a mixed wet, dry thunderstorm situation up north. On Tuesday, we should see more widespread showers and thunderstorms across Utah and along the Sierra Front, and we'll see those storms transitioning to wetter across central Idaho. And then on Wednesday's a big day for heavier precipitation totals over Idaho and western Wyoming, and we'll see the storms starting to decrease in coverage over Nevada and Utah on Wednesday. Yesterday was a pretty active day for showers and thunderstorms across Nevada and Utah. Lots of lightning activity out there, and most of these storms were accompanied by some precipitation, even some measurable precipitation. These brighter greens are about an inch of rain, so a decent day yesterday. The further north was pretty clear over Idaho and Wyoming. Initial attack activity for the past 24 hours saw 42 new fires for 231 acres, so many of these fires were smaller single tree type fires with that lightning yesterday, and our large fire growth was just over 5,000 acres. ERCs have continued to come down across Utah and Nevada with the moistening air mass there, although we still do see some pretty high values over Idaho and western Wyoming. Those values will also come down over the next few days with the moisture surging further north. Couple of these areas over the Fish Lake forest here, we can see the ERCs have been on a downward trend over the past couple of days, and those values are right around normal for the time of year, and they're expected to continue to decrease for the next few days before maybe beginning to rebound as we head toward the latter part of the work week. Western Wyoming as well, here we're seeing values still pretty high right now with the moisture really hasn't moved in yet, but the forecast is for the precipitation to really get in there, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, for the overall decrease in fire potential. Smoke impacts for the next couple of days show smoke still hanging out of the central Idaho mountains and western Wyoming. Some of this smoke comes from the fires to the north in the northern Rockies, as well as our fires here in western Wyoming. This morning's satellite imagery shows a high pressure still in place over the Four Corners area, allowing deeper moisture to continue to move up into the Great Basin. We can see some cloud cover moving up into Idaho already this morning. For this afternoon, again, looking for the high pressure over the southwest area, allowing moisture to move up into Utah and Nevada, and some cloud cover certainly over Idaho with some increasing isolated to widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the area there today. Precipitation forecast shown here on the left, again looking for most of the activity to be happening over Utah and Nevada today, and maybe popping up into southern Idaho. A little bit less coverage than we saw yesterday. Maximum temperatures are down from the last couple of days, with highs in the 80s for most valley locations, even moving further northward into Idaho where some cooler temperatures are expected. Afternoon wind gusts shown here on the left. We're looking for mainly gusty outflows associated with the thunderstorms that do develop today. Otherwise, terrain-driven winds are expected. Could see some maybe gustier southwest winds over southwest Utah, and then some maybe some higher terrain-driven winds there in western Wyoming. Minimum relative humidities are up across much of the area, even up into southern and central Idaho, where the values minimum RHs are in the 30s, so pretty decent, and maybe in the 20s over western Wyoming. A little bit further north, right along our northern border, they may be a little bit lower in the 20s. Tomorrow should be a pretty good day for showers and thunderstorms across Utah and up into parts of eastern Idaho and western Wyoming, as we see a little bit of an embedded feature moving through to enhance that thunderstorm coverage. Showers and thunderstorms. Overall fire danger really decreases or remains low across the area on Tuesday. Again, looking for a better day tomorrow for showers and thunderstorms for Utah and Nevada with some higher precipitation totals than today, and we'll see some of those storms moistening up again over southern Idaho and into western Wyoming. Minimum relative humidities continue to increase tomorrow with those values in the 30s to 40s and even 50s in some areas, so pretty moist air mass on Tuesday. On Wednesday, that feature continues to move northward, bringing better precipitation chances to Idaho and western Wyoming on Wednesday. Low fire potential across the entire Great Basin on Wednesday. And again, looking for Wednesday to be a pretty good day for decent precipitation totals across Idaho and into western Wyoming. We do see a little bit of clearing and drying starting to move into western Nevada and into southern parts of Utah. Maximum temperatures really decrease across the north as well, with valley highs in the low 80s to 70s and even some 50s and 60s at the higher elevations. The 3-day precipitation totals are shown here. Again, looking for the best chances for the heavier precip will be over the central Idaho mountains into eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and even northern Utah. And that's in that Tuesday to Wednesday timeframe. Otherwise, still some daily afternoon showers and thunderstorms over Nevada and southern Utah. On Thursday, we'll start to see that clearing really moving into Utah and Nevada, with some continued showers just right on our northern border. Overall, fire potential is going to remain low for a couple of days before things really dry out. On Friday, continued drying pushes into much of the Great Basin for decreasing showers and thunderstorms overall, clearing skies moving back in. That trend continues into Saturday. We may see a little bit of moisture moving back into the southern parts of the Great Basin on Saturday, with this little bit of moisture returning here. We'll see continued clearing and gradual warming on Sunday as well. We're not looking for the high pressure to quickly rebuild back into the Great Basin, so temperatures will just gradually warm with valley highs back to maybe the upper 90s or upper 80s to around 90 degrees as we head into the weekend with those clearing skies. 7-day precipitation totals are shown here. Still looking for a pretty decent precipitation event as we head into Tuesday, Wednesday over Idaho, western Wyoming, and northeast Utah. And then the extended forecast taking us into the first week of September 1st through 7th, calls for above normal temperatures along the west coast, including much of Idaho and Nevada, and above normal chances for precipitation, although they'll be lesser, so just slightly above normal chances for precipitation over much of the Great Basin as we head into the 1st of September. That concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.